practice every day, no matter what. Okay? First, listen. Second, practice every day, no matter what. Even if it's 5 minutes, if you think that you won't have time that day, practice at least 5 minutes. And if you have only 5 minutes to practice, my first advice would be do review songs. Don't do the new ones. Do the review songs, because that will help you nourish that sound, that good sound, that well learned piece sound. So please practice every day, whether you feel like it or not. It will pay. It will pay, because consistency will triumph over trying to be perfect or trying to have a perfect practice. So if you consistently practice every day, at least a few minutes, try to do at least 10 minutes when you practice. But if you can't, please do some review songs. Don't try to cram in the new stuff on your 5-10 minutes of practice that you have, if you only have that. So, and do tons of review. I would recommend you doing at least half of the time. That's 50%, half of the time on review. Now you may say, well, how can we learn the new stuff? If you spend half of the time on the old stuff that I already know, or that my child already knows. I'm telling you, I call it the good sounds principle here. The more you practice review, the less frustrating it is, because you already know the songs. The better sound you make, because you're playing things that you're not occupying power in your brain to play every note. So then you improve your skill of playing your actual sound. So I call it the sound principle, the good sound principle. The more good sound you play every practice, the more the good sound will stick around when you get your new stuff, or when you practice your new song. So please do that. It's incredible. You may think you're going to lag behind like that. It's not. You just practice at least 50% of the time on review, and you'll see what results you're going to get. Your new songs will be much better sounding. They will get better every time. Plus, you will have that ear, and your ear and your mind is gonna know, I want that sound. I want the good piece learned, the review song sound. So please do that, and you will improve tremendously. I guarantee it. Not me. I think that Dr. Suzuki did that, and say, and review is very important. And so keep those pieces that you've learned in those skills and work on that sound. So, it's very, very important. Next step is take one bite at a time. Very often I ask my students, would you eat a whole pizza? And usually I ask a 4-year-old, and they say, oh no. How can you eat a whole pizza? And then some of them can, actually, incredibly. But, you eat it one bite at a time. Even a whole big slice pizza, that sometimes I like to eat, you have to get them one bite at a time. Yo-Yo Ma, great cellist that some of you some of you have seen him in on TV or in a concert. He learned the whole Bach suite series, one measure at a time, when he was very young, and he did it very, very quickly, actually. So I think he learned them fully when he was 8. Can you believe it? So one measure at a time, he did it. So we take one bite at a time, one little passage. If you cannot get the whole song or whatever, get that, then go back the next day and try to get the rest of it. Don't try to overwhelm yourself or cram yourself like if it's a midterm exam and you just do it at the end. That's not going to work in violin. Even if you think that it will work with knowledge or with other subjects, it probably won't be that good. It won't stick around. So take one bite at a time, and use a practice chart. And I have one on talenteducation.org. And one, I'm going to link to this video down there. So that's that's very important. All these recommendations, all these tips, especially keep track of your practice every day. And I will explain more on that chart later, maybe on another video. And I'll explain to you how to use it. But you can go to it down there. I have a link so that you can use that chart, print it out, and use it for practice. Very good. Next time, I will have specific practicing strategies for practicing passages. Those little tricky little things when you practice and they can't come out right. Like if you're trying to do like this, and it just doesn't come out right. Of course I didn't. I played that on purpose like that. But, that's sometimes what you get, And that little passage is very important. So I will have a little more of tips how to do that the next video. So it sounds like this. So that's what we want it to sound like. And I will have some recommendations on that. But until next time, thank you very much. And keep watching these videos if your teacher allows it. And I'm glad to help. And we have a little more Bach coming. Let me put it there. And I will say goodbye and see you. I want your response. If you can give it to me, thank you very much.